I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas.
Hello again, Uncle Charles Walker back with another video for you, dealing with style, fashion, and image, and having a nice watch, having a good watch, or by today's standards, wearing a watch is very important, and it has something to do with your image. What we have here is a Boderry Asymmetry chronograph. I'm not sure why they called it the Asymmetry chronograph, because this is a pretty symmetrical watch. Pretty symmetrical. Not 100%, but I don't know if I would have called it that, because this is exactly how a chronograph, a watch with a stopwatch feature, should be laid out. So I watch YouTube videos. I'm on Instagram and I'm clicking on watch videos. Watch clips and pictures and things like that. So the algorithm brought me to this. What really brought me to this was the color. The color of this watch is absolutely gorgeous. A lot of times when you get a watch online, or you've never seen it before in hand, because you're only going to get this online, you sometimes get an altered view of what it actually is. But the color for this is exactly how it looks on camera, either from their point of view or your point of view now. It is absolutely that beautiful green. I would say pastel green. They call it an avocado. So when you decide to make this decision to go with a watch that you maybe never heard of, a brand that you may have never heard of, and then it's a pretty good price, you gotta ask yourself, is it worth the price? What am I getting out of it? Because it doesn't have a big name or anything like that. Most of the time, you're looking for the bottom line quality. Does this watch match up to another watch brand that, or identical watch with a more expensive price tag? How does it compare? Am I getting something for my dollar that I'm sacrificing by not having a big name? And I will tell you, yes, you are getting a couple things that are really nice about this watch, that really a punch above his belt. I would pay probably a little bit more for this watch if it wasn't the price that it was, at $300 or $270. So let's talk about what I like about this. I said before, the color. The color is as advertised with the avocado green. It's eye-catching. It looks good in pictures, and it can go with a really nice ensemble. Now, this particular outfit I'm wearing right now with the blue stripe, I'm not putting this together. You put this together with a outfit that has little tinges of green here and there, and then you have that. The watch is going to be like a green accent. Number two, the sapphire crystal. The sapphire crystal for a $300 watch is actually rare, so you're getting something really nice. The way this watch sits on the wrist. I like how this watch sits on the wrist. It has a not deployant clasp. It has a folding clasp. Another thing that you don't get for a watch for this caliber watch, $300, you usually will not get that. Also, number four, you're not going to get most of the time when you're paying $300 or less, it might even be $400, you're not going to get a mechanical movement. You're just not. And then to get a chronograph movement, chronograph being stopwatch feature, otherwise known as a complication, to get a complication on a $300 watch, that's a rarity. But if you look at the pictures I have on the screen, you see the back, you see the extra care that was actually put into making this watch. No, it's really nice. I'm really impressed with it. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about what I don't like. And what I don't like about this is the fact that what is wrong with Chinese manufacturing in general. A lot of times Chinese, they miss the mark because they're so secluded, and because most of the time they just copy. They don't come up with their own models, their own style, their own way of doing it. And when you do that, you just copy and you think you're doing something right. And they really failed with doing something right with the 6 o'clock sub dial. So with a chronograph, you have either 2 sub dials, sometimes you have 3. Some really intricate or rare chronographs will have 4 sub dials, but the sub dials give you additional information. In this particular case, we have a 3rd sub dial, like I said, the 6 o'clock sub dial. That is usually the hours counter. It's not the hour counter. I do not like this about this product, about this watch. It's not an hours counter. It's actually just a secondary hour indicator. Meaning, if I'm reading, say I'm reading 6 o'clock or what have you on the watch, it's going to be pointing to 6 o'clock on the sub dial. I don't need that. Boderry, if you're watching this video, completely take away that 6 o'clock sub dial. It is unnecessary and poorly done. No one needs an hour. No one needs an hour indicator while you can already see the hour with the shorthand, the hour hand. All right, numerals are too small. That's number 2. Number 2, the numerals are way too small. From the video, from the pictures and everything, it appears that you have some clarity and everything else. There is very, very difficult to actually make out what I'm looking at right now. I'm getting a little up in age, and it is very difficult to see each individual number clear. If I look at it now, like the 8 especially, the 8, I can't tell that's an 8 or a 6 or a pair, for an example. So either the font needs to change, make it a little bit bigger by getting rid of that 6 o'clock sub dial. That'll fix it. Get rid of the 6 o'clock sub dial, make the numerals a little bit larger. You will have a much better watch. That design is bad. It's just bad. Okay, next up, last up is the illumination. Just like the 6 o'clock sub dial, they can get rid of. There's no need to have the lume. It was just I think, again, they're just copying what other people have done, but their budget doesn't allow to put enough lume to matter. I've looked at this. I tried to look at this many times in the darkness, and the lume is so microscopic, it shouldn't even be there. Don't put the illumination on the hands because we can't see it on there. We can't see it. There's no reason to have it. And it doesn't take or add to the watch. It doesn't make the looking at the hands, it really doesn't make a difference. All right, to sum it up, again, with the things I like, the color is exactly how advertised, a beautiful color. Sapphire crystal is very rare for this price point. The watch sits on the wrist, it's nice and light. I didn't say that. It's light, it's easy to wear. Hand wound chronograph movement. Again, at this price point, it won't happen. Again, for the stuff I don't like, the 6 o'clock sub dial is unnecessary. The numerals are too small, and there's no point to have the Luminova to light up the hands when you add this little bit. So how would I wear this? The way I would wear this is the accent. This works really good as if for accent purposes. And also, I wouldn't buy this watch. This color variation, maybe the other color variations wouldn't be a bad idea, but this particular color variation, this should not be one of your first watches. A green dial watch should not be one of your first watches. Maybe watch number 6 or 7, something like that. That should be one of your core. This is not a core watch. So when you're styling this, this is all about the accent and coordinating a really cool outfit. Maybe a green tie, maybe some green stripes, or something faint green somewhere in your outfit, maybe something like an insignia in a shoe, something along those lines. This should not be the show of the outfit. This should be just something extra to make people say, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. You are detail oriented, and the watch does not make the outfit. Everything that you're wearing makes the outfit. That's how I would wear it. All right, guys, I'll talk to you next time. I hope you help. All right, everyone, I hope this helped you out with your choices in watches and timepieces and coordinating a nice outfit with some colorful dials and watches. I'll have more on watches with different dial colors. Some people call it a face, but actually the technical term is a dial. I'll have more of that coming soon. Thanks for watching. And I am Uncle Charles Wallingford. I'm here to help.